everyone, and welcome to another video. For those of you who are new to my channel, hi, my name is Brenda, and today I'm super excited to share this video with you because it is something that I get questions about quite often, and I promised that I was going to make a video on it, so it's finally here. And as you read in the title, today's video is going to be about how much to charge for nail swatches or nail polish product pictures and all that. So if you're into the nail community and a company has ever offered you to pay for your swatches or for showcasing their product on your page, then this is what hopefully this video will help you with. As always, if you find this video helpful at the end, please don't forget to share. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so I can share more tips here with you about nail polishes and all nail related stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, before I start this video, I do want to point out that there is a special message to all those brands that have sent products to me for review without an exchange for payment. Before you watch this video and judge that, just be aware that first, you don't have to charge for nail swatches all the time if you don't want to. Two, if you have ever sent me nail polishes to swatch for free, I will most likely love to continue to swatch for you for free as far as I have the time. At this point, it has come to me that I have rejected some nail swatches opportunities, not because I'm looking for money, but because I just don't have enough time. However, if you ever feel like you would like me to try your nail polishes, don't be scared to ask. I'll be more than happy to swatch for free as far as I have the time to do so. Also, I have never in a million years would have imagined that I would have been approached by brands that would be willing to pay for me swatching their nail polishes, because just having polishes for free was good enough and it's still good enough for me. And number two, I don't think I will ever be that person that will only swatch for money, because I honestly love nail polish so much that I would just do it either way. But if you're a brand who is willing to pay for it, I'm really grateful for that. Alright, so this video is certainly going to be one of those where I give you my best tips. So make sure you check this playlist here in my channel, because if you create content or you're a nail account, you most likely will find other videos where I have shared my best tips on certain topics with you. So make sure you check that out. My best tips videos, you might find something that will help you. As usual, I do have some notes here so I can make some sense of what I'm saying. The first part is going to be just general information. The second one is going to be getting paid to create content. And the third one will be getting paid to post that content. Or most times when companies approach to you, especially for nail swatchers like me who are still very small, when they offer to send you a product, most likely this does not involve payment. If they have not made it clear since the beginning, most likely it does not involve any kind of payment or exchange of money for your content. I remember someone approaching to me a couple of months ago saying this brand asked me to swatch products for them. She was wondering how to approach them about payment, but I said that at least in my case, whenever they are willing to pay, they will mention it on the first or the second message or email that they have exchanged with me. Which brings me to something else, and it is that I never ask a company for money in exchange. And this is not necessarily a good thing, because I know you should value what you do and of course all the time and effort that you put into the nail swatches, but I have talked about how to get PR and how really not go out of your way to create this content if you're not getting paid for it. So that's a separate video and I will highly recommend for you to check it out. It will be linked down below. So once again, this all comes from my personal experience. I know some accounts have come to the point that when they are too big, they will only create content or post about a certain product if they are being paid for. But once again, I am a small account. I don't have a big following or influence, so most of the time when a brand approaches to me, it is just kind of an exchange of me getting their product product for free and be posting about it. Alright, so we're getting there, I promise. I just want to give you all this information before I drop a number because I just want to make all these things clear. So another thing that you have to keep in mind is that pictures have to be priced differently to videos. In my case, I know that filming videos, editing videos, and just cropping them or whatever does take me a lot longer than taking pictures and editing them. So once again, you have to be mindful of how much time you spend creating videos or pictures so you can charge for it. Alright, so I don't know how you are going to perceive this, but this kind of has been the average for me. And if you're wondering how much to charge to create content using this one nail polish, because that's how it usually has worked out for me, is that a company asked me how much would it cost them for me to create this content using this one nail polish. So if I was going to drop a number for that, I would say no less than $20. And just thinking about it might seem a little bit expensive, and I'm not going to give you my real number because I don't really want my number to be out there. But first off, I know you might think, oh my gosh, $20 is a lot of money, which I would kind of agree, especially if I was in the position of sending this product to somebody, because first off, you know how much this polish itself cost, and on top of that, you gotta pay somebody else. But also keep in mind, you as a swatcher, of how long it takes you to make these perfect pictures, to just paint your nails perfectly, to put this beautiful content out. So value what you do. And usually what I would say when somebody asks me is like, okay, it will be 20 some dollars for one polish, but I will take 5 different pictures of that same manicure. So if you are following me on Instagram, you probably know how I take my pictures. I kind of swatch the same product and just take pictures under different lighting, and I also do different poses. I can also include a macro shot or two. So you keep in mind that even though you are charging this company 20 some dollars, you're not only sending them one picture, but a variety of pictures showing the product in different scenarios, I would say. Before I move on, I want to make clear that I have dropped this number and this is like my average, because usually whenever I get approached by brands that are willing to pay for my swatches or my content, these are big brands. So I know they have the power to pay me that much money. I have never been approached by a small brand or an indie brand that's just getting started and is willing to pay me for it. So in that case, I feel like it would be different, because I also like to be mindful of you're just starting your business. Once again, that's up to you whether you want to charge or not, but usually whenever I have been offered to be paid, it has been by big brands. And another way to think of it, and I feel like that was the easiest way for me to go at the beginning, was to charge for my job based on the minimum wage of the state where I live. So if I live in Pennsylvania, the minimum wage, I think it's $7.50. I forget, somewhere around that. So what I would do is like, okay, it will take me, let's say, 1 hour to paint my nails very nicely. And then it will take me another hour to just like select and go through all the pictures that I took, make sure that I crop them nicely, that I do the editing or whatever I have to do to them, and then I'll send them. So that being the case, I think this would be like my go-to option if you're first starting and you don't really want to like throw a big number, but kind of like just keep in mind how long it takes you to do this and what is the minimum wage, and then you come up to this number that is around $15-16. So just give it a thought that even though you are grateful for the fact that somebody is sending you nail polishes, you also have to make sure that you are just not giving your time and your effort away. Alrighty, so we are not done with the number situation, so pay attention to what I'm about to say. Let's say that you now have in mind your magic number. Okay, I'm going to charge you whatever dollars for these pictures. Usually the way I come at it is that I'll tell them, okay, this is going to cost you this and that, but if this is above your budget, I'm willing to negotiate. When it comes to big brands, or I think any brand in general, I mean, they are going to have a set number of how much they can spend on you. So let's say they will send you a collection, and if you multiply that number for the many items that they will send, it could be a bit expensive. Like, it will add up, and maybe they will not have all that money to invest on you. It's kind of like giving them a bundle price, because if you send me an entire collection, then maybe it will be a little bit cheaper. So what I am trying to say is that be willing and open to negotiate, because after all, I will so much love to have this collection that nobody has seen, that I will be able to see it firsthand and that I'll be able to try before anyone else. So I also don't want to miss on that, and of course I don't want to scare them with my number, because even if for one company, let's say $20 is nothing, for another company $20 must be a lot. So just keep that in mind. Kind of state that on your email or your message, so at least they will get back at you and tell you what they think. And this is something that have worked out for me, especially when they are trying to send me a lot of products. If we come up to the bundle price, that's usually what we do. And by that, I'm not trying to say that you have to lower your price by a lot. It would usually just wiggle in about couple of dollars, but nothing, not even half of it. So also be mindful that even though you are giving them a special price, it's not also something really cheap. It won't be worth your time and effort. All right, so before I move on to the second part, I just kind of want to ask something. First off, if you have any tips that you would like to share with any nail artists or content creators, please feel free to leave them in the comments, because I always encourage people whenever I make these type of videos to read the comments, because some of you may have different experiences, and after all, I'm just trying to make this video to help you out somehow. So if you happen to have other tips that I have not mentioned so far, or maybe I didn't mention all the way through my video, then please feel free to comment, because I am sure someone will find it helpful. Something else that is really important is that, remember, whenever a brand is demanding content, like they want something in a specific, then they should be paying you for that they are demanding. Usually whenever you get PR and the brand is not going to pay you, you have the freedom to do with that product whatever you want. But whenever they are asking you for certain things in a specific, then they should be paying you for such thing. Now we're moving to the second part out of 3 of things that I want to share about this topic, and that is getting approached by a brand to create content. I feel like most of the time it's just understood that when the brands approach to you, you're creating content / posting it, but sometimes that is not required. And to be 100% honest with you, I would much rather just getting paid to create content than to create content and post it. I don't know. If I had to choose in a perfect world, I'll much rather just create that content for a company to use rather than me having this deadline of when I have to post that picture or video or whatever. All right, I'm really having trouble with this video because now my camera died, so here we go again. What I was trying to say is, whenever you're contacted to create videos or pictures for a brand, make sure that you are reading the contract, because sometimes it's like a 1-page thing and sometimes it could be up to 13 pages. I'm telling you because I have had both. So some of them include a lot of details, and always make sure ask questions before you even sign in. Things that you should be paying attention to is how and for how long they will be using your content. Sometimes they will point out if it's just going to be on Instagram, or sometimes it's going to be on all of their brand social media, meaning their website, Facebook, Instagram, and whatever other pages they might have. So just so you at least know where your content is going to be. They also sometimes stop you from doing sponsorship with other brands during a certain amount of time or days. So let's say that you're posting this sponsored content today, you're not allowed to post another sponsored picture or video 3 days from now. So every brand is different, so just make sure you're reading it and that you're taking note or highlighting the important parts. Of course, if they are reaching out to you to create content, ask if you can just use those same videos and pictures to post on your Instagram. Like, let's say you have nothing to post, but you have already made those videos in the past for that brand. So maybe you just want to have something to post that day that you didn't plan anything for. So if it's okay with them, you should be good to post it. And if not, well, just don't. That kind of brings me to the third part, which is most likely what happens is that whenever these brands get in contact with you because they want you to create content, they also want you to post it. First off, you gotta be careful of when you are allowed to start posting them, especially because when it comes to new releases, the brand wants to be the first one to announce it, and then they want the influencers or nail swatchers to share that. So always be careful of what date you are allowed to start posting, and always ask whenever these brands approach to you, which most likely they will be very clear on it, because if they are paying you, they will make sure they tell you. But if for some reason they don't, always ask what kind of content or what are you expecting from me. So do you just want one picture? Do you want 3 pictures? Do you want me to post the video with the pictures? So always make sure you have as much information. All right, so I actually feel like I got a little bit out of what I was trying to say in this video, but I feel like more information is always better. So this is from my experience, what I have gathered. Of course, this is mostly targeted to people who have small following or a small account. Once again, I don't have a big YouTube channel, I don't have a big Instagram account, and even though I am so grateful for all the opportunities that I get, I am very grateful for those brands that send me products for free, because if you're a small brand, I obviously cannot understand what is your situation of how much you are putting into your product itself and how much it is for you just to send it to me for free. So I do want to say that for all those brands that have sent me products for free, I just want you to know that I really appreciate what you do and the products that you send me, because I know sometimes you can only send these to one swatcher, sometimes you can only send it to 2. So I am grateful for that, and I am also very grateful for those paid opportunities that I have. And of course, I feel like that will be like everyone's dream. This is just a passion of mine. This is just a hobby, and if you're paying me for doing what I already love doing, so that is obviously amazing. So alright, so I hope you don't get bored with this video. I feel like it's gonna be longer than I was expecting, but in any case, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share with a friend. That is seriously the best thing that you can do for my little channel. YouTube has kind of been hard for me lately. I have been struggling because I thought I have been putting content out that people wanted to watch, though the engagement and the views are very low. So I don't really know. I'm trying to find out what people want to see, and if these kind of videos are the things that you enjoy the most, please let me know in the comments. And also, if I missed something for some reason, also feel free to leave me the questions below or just DM me on my Instagram. That's usually where I'm the most active. So if I missed something, or if you ever have questions about this topic, please feel free to reach out. So I guess that will be everything for today. Oh, I forgot to say, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel, because I do post a lot of nail swatches, and eventually I post my best tips by request. So this was something that some of you were asking, and I'm so happy that I was able to give you these tips today. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like this video, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.